Okay. I'm a couple minutes early, but I got all my bookkeeping and such done for this stream, so I may as well just get it on the road. No sense wasting a couple minutes just sitting around waiting for the time to hit 1. How y'all doing, if anybody's there? Let me make a mild adjustment here, though. There we go. Get that nice and lined up, pointing at my face. Okay, so as I said everywhere, I'm going to be doing some backtracking today. Won't be the most interesting content, so if anybody steps out, that's fine. You could always come back in a couple hours when I'm done backtracking. Because I don't anticipate it taking super long to backtrack through a lot of this. But it will take some time. Is we haven't done any backtracking in this series at all, really, until now. So there's going to be an amount of stuff to pick up. I just don't think it'll take me that long to get around in these areas anymore, now that we've got a whole slew of new powers. And the fact that most things probably aren't even going to survive a single hit from us until we get back to the pyramid. And we, of course, do have every fast travel point in most of these areas. The thing that's going to make this backtracking take the longest is my own inability to tell direction sometimes. Huh, these guys actually take a decent amount of damage still. That is surprising. Though the corruptors are here, I see. So that's going to be a factor I hadn't considered, but it shouldn't make too much of a problem. I think I did grab this in one of our trips through this area. I just died after getting it. And/or died getting it. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't anticipate this backtracking being hugely worthwhile. I just felt bad having so much of this map be untouched, and so many other maps being untouched. And I wanted to have a peek back at these after the big balance patch anyway. The problem being, we're not really going to get too accurate a feel of the difficulty here, because of the fact that we are so much stronger than we were. But it's a nice bit of catharsis, even if it's not actually productive in any other capacity. Yes, we're right about on target. In fact, I could see it, so I don't even know why I bothered checking the map. Aside from not believing my own eyes. Okay, that's actually worthwhile. Having more mana will be useful because it'll give me more clones and more blasts. And considering that's the majority of what I do to do any real damage, that's gonna be huge. But if anybody's got questions or anything that they want to ask while we're kind of just here doing backtracking, feel free to ask them. This is the best time to be asking anything. I'm gonna kind of just be autopiloting through these maps. And I may as well clean up side quests while I'm at it. That was the other side of what I was thinking. But it was lower priority than just popping all the chests and such. And getting map completion. I knew that trap was there. You obviously saw me turn around and hit it. But I figured I'd hit it just so I didn't hit it on the way back. Oh, well, that sucks. You can only have one Valkyrie feather, and there was actually one here. Huh. You know what? I wonder if those chests upgrade over time. So if you don't open them till later, they may have better things? I doubt that. That doesn't make sense. But at the same time, you'd think I would have found that Valkyrie feather when I went down there before. Because I could have swore I did go down there and I just died after it and didn't bother going in there a second time. Since the chest was not that worthwhile. But it may be that the drops in them are not set. I don't know. It's hard to guarantee much with this game since I have not looked anything up, nor have I done that much testing to verify anything myself yet. It's always a little tricky to tell. Oh, that's where the switches for those were. Okay. Huh. Well, that's not a hugely important or helpful thing particularly, but I guess it's a thing that I've done now. We've only got 56% of the map still. Even with having done that. But it's probably an area we're not going to be able to get to. At least partially, considering we do have this one section with water in it over here. So that's probably going to be a second half of this place that we're not going to be able to do anything with until we're done in the dam. So my timing for backtracking doesn't look like it's the best. But I think it'll be useful for us to have all of the extra stuff we're going to be able to pick up. And I also want to see if I can get into this fire temple was the main reason I was backtracking. At least in this section. I seem to recall that we were really close to making it up to the platform, so double jumping and air dashing should be sufficient for getting us up there. Whether we're meant to be going in there yet or not is a whole other question. But as is my nature, I see a place available, so I want to try to get into it. So that was just for the chest, yeah. I don't think we even had double jump when we got over here the first time. So it's looking like, yeah, it's looking like that's not gonna work, because they slanted all the walls in here just right so you can't wall jump around in here at all. Because, yeah, we didn't have wall jump either when we first came in here. And now that we know that those ladders don't let us climb up, yeah, this was a waste of time. Oh well. It was worth a shot. Most likely that's only accessible from the other side. And then just provides you a shortcut back into this zone from the fire temple. Which, I don't know what the point's going to be to that, but I have to assume that it's just based on the fact that you're going to want to backtrack after doing the fire temple, probably, because you'll get something that gives you access to more places. I mean, obviously, I'm going to assume that the fire temple comes after the dam, so if you didn't come back here after getting water, or before that, you could probably swim after backtracking through there. We've got that one area up there we didn't pick up, and the area up here we didn't pick up. Looks like that's all that's left. That doesn't require going through water or going over jumps that we can't make. I don't anticipate, like I said, this backtracking taking particularly long, but I also knew it wasn't going to be particularly interesting. Let me double check the map. Which area is that? There's one down there, and then there's the one up there. I'm pretty sure that's the one I was just looking at. Yeah, that's the ceremonial cells. So we'll go there first, and we can drop down from there in order to get to the other one. And that should be the best pathing I can pull. Also, there was another patch to this game today, and it was apparently a patch in order to make some areas of the area we just completed yesterday a little easier, apparently, which I don't understand. None of the platforming or anything in there was that bad, but apparently there was a platforming section they felt the need to adjust. How do we... We apparently got in there, but didn't get that Byghoul somehow. Either that or I just saw this whole section through the wall and it's counting that, which it does do that, and I wish it wouldn't, because it really messes with my thought processes. Okay, looks like we're gonna have to go through this whole section in order to get to that. But that's okay. We have a lot more mobility now, so this is significantly easier. You know, if I don't fuck up the jumps. Nope, that doesn't work. Okay, it's gonna have to be a kind of cheeky double jump in order to do that without going up the ladder. So I should just do the goddamn ladder like a sensible human being. Sigh. I hesitated about double jumping because I didn't want to jump into the moth. Because I'm trying to just do this quickly and conveniently. And instead I'm doing it as horribly as I can. Which really should not be a surprise to anyone. Oh, great. Conveniently, as soon as I get my health regen activated, I'm burning. And now I'm fucking up. Dying. Goodbye. Why did you activate? I mean, he's a non-issue, so it doesn't matter that I activated him. I'm just confused why he activated after I passed him instead of before. Okay. Oh, good. At least it's making up for my failures somewhat. And I could light this area back up like that. But honestly, I can see well enough. And as discussed, most of this stuff is no threat to me right now. Aside from when I'm a real idiot and I just sit there and keep tanking hits constantly. So, not too fussed about bothering with the mechanics around here right now. And the reason why I've been spending most of my time in regular form is because of the corruptors that are just kind of around. Okay. Nothing to worry about, just noticed something slightly odd and wanted to double check it. Ooh, one pendant double plus. That's probably worthless to me at this point, but you know what? It's a thing I have now, I guess. And it's also a thing I can sell. These things are still just as much of a problem as they used to be. Because I could get rid of them by actually bothering to destroy them. But one, I kind of forgot exactly how we destroy those, and two, I just can't be bothered, really. And I missed my exit, so I'm going the long way around. Which really should be no surprise to anyone. But I can just warp over to that, and it will be quicker. So we'll at least cut that bit shorter. And I will save just in case I somehow die down here by being a jackass. considering that is well within my capacity to manage to do. Let's see, that's the door we can't open still. Because presumably there's a switch somewhere, probably in the water section or something. Or just hidden around here somewhere. Or that I didn't notice. Because we were too busy trying not to die when we were here originally. Now, admittedly, doing the backtracking does mean we're gonna have to go back to the pyramid. Which I still hate the idea of doing, but in order to properly backtrack, we are gonna have to go back there. I think this is nothing but spikes now. No, there is something down here. Ah, this is the button for this door. I see. This was so worthwhile. I can't believe I did not go and get this door before. What a mistake I made. I mean, sure, it had a soldier in it, but meh. I don't even know if those soldiers actually give a worthwhile reward for rescuing them. But I suppose I should actually try to find the other soldiers. Because I think I'm only missing 2 now. Yeah, I'm only missing 2 soldiers in here somewhere. It's a little odd that I haven't found them by accident before now, more or less. Though one might actually be in that area we can't get to yet, because we can't swim. That is a possibility. I may have also literally just happened to miss it, because I almost missed that one. Since they kind of fade into the background. And since I spend a lot of time not really paying attention, and running around here, it's very easy for me to not notice them. Because one could have literally been in one of these, for all I knew. Which would have been funny. I would have been upset, but it would have been funny. Because the thing is, since I'm not that fussed about getting 100% completion in this game, I'm not that fussed about those side quests. Which ends up meaning that a lot of them get left to the wayside. But the other side of the coin is, from what I've seen of all the, like, the bounty missions and all the couple of side missions I did do, they don't really reward you that much. So it kind of feels pointless. Which, don't get me wrong, you kind of need a lot of side stuff for a game like this to work out. So I'm not opposed to it existing. Just, I'm going to interact with it on my terms, pretty much. Like, at this point in time, do I care about doing this stuff? No? Then I'm not going to. Okay. So we are now caught up on what we can get into in here, as far as I can tell. So now we can get on out of here and probably hit up the Tempest Plains next, because we may as well do these places in order. Or as far as our backtracking goes. So in hindsight, I didn't do any backtracking in the actual starting area, but that's because it's Tempest Plains West, and we'll be going back there on our way across anyway. So I'll just hit that when I am about to head toward the desert, and that'll probably work out just fine. So that leads to me going here, which there's an immediate chest we can get up there. Is all we needed for this was double jumping. And that right there is a big part of why I'm doing this backtracking, is I'm hoping to find enough Lacrima fragments to get one more health extension. Because we're starting to hit a point where I'm feeling a little fragile again. I mean, I'm a caster, so I'm meant to be fragile, but Never hurts to hedge your bets and be prepared. Now that we're going to be less under immediate threat, we can clean up a few things. So I don't think there's actually going to be much here. I think that robot's going to be the main thing we get by going through here. Or again right now. Because this place was just pretty much a flat land. Aside from maybe I might spot a hidden wall somewhere. Which, if anybody spots a hidden wall or a likely hidden wall, don't hesitate to speak up. I don't count that as backseating. Because if I missed it, that's just gonna mean something we're gonna have to come back for, and I filed that under it wastes everyone's time. So feel free to enlighten me, but don't go out of your way to tell me things you know from having played the game. Just keep it to things you actually spot as I'm going. So I am flexible when it comes to things that will be a massive time saver. I can work with ya on that idea, but I won't necessarily give a blanket okay to that. Without knowing what I'm getting, it's kind of hard to do that. Okay, so that got us up here and got us that. And you needed both sand and lightning to get up here, but by the same token, you can't have lightning without having sand already anyway. But it looks like that's about it for in here. So we'll head up that fast travel and just hop over to the next place. Which I'm actually not gonna bother going back to the Forest of Fur, because we've already gone back there because of getting to it through the dam. So I'm not gonna worry about that area right now. So that leaves... We're not going back there. We're not doing half in City because there's not going to be anything in there. That leaves going to Tempest West, then Sabuna Desert, then Great Pyramid. We're going to be in Sabuna Desert for a while, probably, because we did not do much in there because we were too busy running for our lives. I'm also not expecting to do a lot in Tempest Plains West either, because it's very similar to Plains East in that it's mostly flat land. But there is, like, that robot there. And I think there was, yeah, there was a chest up there and there. There's a couple high points in here that double jumping will probably get us to. I just didn't take the time to seek them out because, you know, fearing for my life. Mostly because of freaking jerks like this. Okay, good. He didn't actually spawn a thing. Oh, that's an issue, though. We might not be able to get up there unless there's a path on the other side. That's doable, actually, because we can wall jump up here. Okay. God damn it, Pumpkin Man! Why is Pumpkin Man the worst? You're no Pumpkin King, get out of here. Okay, robot, what magical journey are you gonna take me on? He's going down here. Oh, okay, he's going this way. I thought he was gonna go in the cave for a second. I'm like, the hell's gonna be over there? That wasn't gonna make any sense at all. But he's just going along. What the hell does this do? Oh, He just dug up treasure for me. Okay, that's new. They haven't done that trick before. I feel like we have too much Asgarite still, though. Because I don't feel compelled to upgrade some of the... I don't feel compelled to upgrade some of the equipment we have. And that leads to a lot of Asgarite just sitting in my inventory. Which, I suppose that's on me. And we also are sitting on so much money that I may as well upgrade literally everything. Just in case I find a case where it's useful. But at the same time, I almost feel like that's a waste of resources, even though the resources are being just as wasted just sitting there in my inventory. In my inventory, they still have the potential to be something better. Because I don't know what else we can get. Hell, during this backtracking, we may even find another equipment and weapon. And for all I know. There's always the chance of that. I don't think we'll find anything that interesting, but there's always the chance. There's a lot of ground I left uncovered. But considering the amount of sub-weapons we came out of the pyramid with, I'm going to assume there isn't any more in there. Okay, now this is going to be a bit tricky. I think I see a way to do this, but I'm not sure this is possible. Depends on if this is a platform. Nope. Okay. Then we can't do this yet, I don't think. Because even with a double jump and a dash, I don't think I can make that. Unless there's something either higher or just as high down this way. But it's not going to be close enough, I don't think. Now, there may be, like, some kind of crazy trick I can do. That was my controller hitting the desk, triggering a bomb. Can I just... Nope, I can't just drop through this platform to get that. So, there's a way around to get there, then. Yeah, because you can't actually double jump, dash, and then jump a third time. For those wondering, you can only dash and then double jump if you haven't already double jumped. So we can't get that chest either. So this bit of backtracking might actually have been pointless. There's a rock up there, which is probably how you break into here. Actually. You probably kick the rock off the side, it busts a hole in the bridge, and then you can get that Beigel. So going through here might have actually, yeah, been largely pointless aside from the one bit of Asgarite we got out of the one on the robot. Unless there's something majorly interesting in this cave, which there is the area above the chest on our right there, which we couldn't get into because we couldn't wall jump. Because we only gained wall jumping in the temple. Which, as much as I hate the temple was very helpful for getting us new abilities and access to new places. This is probably how we access all that high stuff, actually. Yeah, this is about the right height, and there's a sand thing here. I'm curious where those ropes go, but we can figure that out in a moment. More Asgarite, okay. There's a lot of Asgarite in the game, I guess. Now let's push this off. Yep, that breaks a hole in the bridge, getting us that, and whatever's underneath. There we go, that's the Beigel side quest, or at least the level 1 of it done. Ah, I see. This is a little nasty. It's entirely doable, but it's just a little ick. Bring it on. Idiot. Okay. What, you thought I was foolish enough to just tank that? Got another thing coming, game on it. Okay, you got me with that one. I hit the block button, but not fast enough. I could have probably jumped and gotten clean on that one. Oh well. I should have bought some more potions. Just for all this incidental damage I'm foolishly taking. But, you know, it is what it is. Burning that might have been not great, but we'll find out. Where am I? Okay, we're actually in a fairly lengthy section down here. Good. Now we break that. What's this sand here for, though? Ah, that's to get to the other one. Okay, so there's not another ability we needed, we just needed access to that location. And that's more mana. Excellent. We've already gained, I think, like 14 mana or more, so this was already well worth the time it took so far. Yeah. And see, our dash doesn't recharge fast enough for us to dash again in the air, ends up being the thing. Otherwise, there's a lot of really sneaky tricks I could probably do. We just need a much faster dash cool time. Which, we might get that much later, I don't know. But I would file that under unlikely. But we're making pretty good time on this backtracking trip. I was worried we were still going to be in the first two places by the time we hit a half hour, and we're already almost back to the desert. But again, the traversal improvements really make a difference. Okay, there's the basic enchanted pendant, which we easily could have found if I was paying attention when we were here last time. Though I think I was out of bombs when we got to that point, because I had started to use them to protect ourselves by that point. Because it was, by then, feeling like we needed to use our sub-weapons to survive. Which is, thankfully, no longer necessary. So there's a part of me that almost wonders if they rebalanced it a little too far in terms of whether the sub-weapons feel like they have any purpose. Because we do end up now spending a lot of time not using them. But the other side of that coin is they're still very viable. I just don't feel I need them. And the other characters may have more of a need for them, so the mechanic may be in a fine spot, it's just not necessary to me specifically. I'm probably still not going to bother killing too many of the armadillos just because they take some doing to kill because they are immune when they're rolling. But they do die in one dash now, so maybe I will, maybe I won't. No, they're not actually immune, they just have really high defense. Did not realize that because we did so little damage before that they easily blocked all of our damage. Okay, so that's not an issue then. We can just clear those out and they won't be a problem. Okay, so there shouldn't be much stopping us from fully clearing what we can reach of the desert then. I just gotta be a little careful because the things here will still do a decent amount of damage to me, as shown by how much damage we took in the other area. Because the primary thing they rebalanced was our own damage and enemy health. I don't recall them doing that much to change enemy attack power. Which, enemy attack power didn't really need rebalancing that much anyway. So that's fair. Especially since they did flat increase everybody but the scouts' health, from what I remember. A lot of that patch is fading in memory at this point, so your mileage will vary. I just remember it did good thing. That's about all I needed to remember of it. Wow, these harpies are still really tanky. Oh, no wonder, that was a side quest as target harpy. Okay. That explains why that one was so durable. That's fair, then. Because the regular ones don't take that much to kill. Another Radiant Beagle. Which, once we're done in the desert, I'll probably go drop off those Beagles to see what we get. Probably gonna be, like, a Mana Reliquary or something. Which, I will not argue with getting that. Trust me on that one. Though our mana bar is getting a little out of hand compared to the rest of them. So I'd be happier with a Lacrima fragment, or even a full Lacrima. But I'm almost certain we're not getting a full one. I doubt anything actually will straight up give us a full one. Oh yeah, we don't even need to go up there, really, because we already got the chest because we went around. We just didn't kick the ladder down because harpies. Okay, so let's see. I think we mostly just need to get through this place. I don't think there's much here. Then again, the hideout... Yeah, the hideout on this section's cleared. I just gotta make sure there isn't any other parts of the hideout that have anything left in it for us. Headphone wires. Why are you stuck on random things? You did not move. Well, there went another bomb because I bumped the left F trigger. Oh well. It's a good thing those are cheap at this point. Apologies for the yawns. As described, I am a bit sleepy because I slept very little last night. And I blame mostly just the fact that it was so ungodly hot still, even at night, last night. The AC was not keeping up with the death heat we had. Let's see, this one's also a dead end. Can I actually check? Yeah, I can look at sections of the secret hideout and see which ones I haven't covered. Which I'm pretty sure there aren't any sections of this place we haven't touched on. Well, there's so much secret hideout map that it makes me feel like there is more and I'm just not seeing it. But every door we've been to has been covered. It's probably just past that staircase up there. It's the only thing I can think of. The fact that I'm real tired is why I'm doing a bunch of the backtracking now, because it's low energy, low effort. So I don't have to worry about screwing something important up. And if I start to feel a lot better as we go along, I'll just do the dam and everything after the backtracking's done. Though I'm not sure I'm gonna do a backtracking segment of the module today. Because we haven't gained any new abilities since going to the module, so I don't think there's anything for us to gain in there. Okay, there was only some Asgard right over here. There was nothing else of value. Unless we get to the other side of that, which we can't do from here, because there's a switch on the other side of that wall. And mind you, I'm getting this yawny after drinking an energy drink. Like, I think I finished that energy drink 5 minutes before going live. But that's the cost of only sleeping for maybe like 3 hours last night. And that's assuming that I actually slept that long. And because I'm not honestly sure how long I slept. Because there was a lot of, I'm awake, I'm asleep, I'm awake, I'm asleep last night. So, mixed bag on that one. There we go. There's our health extension. So now we have 66 health instead of 56. That's gonna be a big help. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I'm betting you had a similar situation last night as well, of it being just murder hot. This year so far sucks. As far as heat goes. A lot of things have been good this year, but man, this heat wave blows. And I would like it to be over. And maybe it's just me, but I'm a little worried the fact that it isn't over yet. Something about that seems odd. Oh, actually, we do have the pig bombs I could probably use in some of those hallways in the module. So that is a potential option. There's a grate here, so I'm assuming I can't throw that through there. Yeah, that just runs off. Oh well. There is the one crystal we can break that has a Bighoul in it. Am I even going the right way for that? Nope, sure ain't. So that is a question in and of itself. Can I get the other keys? Is there other keys? Oh, apparently I had a key for this door? Well. Even more shards? Okay. Still haven't found a potion pouch, which is another reason why I was doing the backtracking. I wanted to see if I missed a potion pouch somewhere, since we had never seen one. But it's looking like I was correct. We just didn't get one. So far. We can open this because we have a red gem now. Oh! We do actually get another sub-weapon, a throwable poison weapon. Okay. Okay. That might actually be pretty good. This place was chock full of sub-weapons then, because we got... Let's see. We got the Poison Laced Kopesh here, we got the Sand Mortar, the Flash Bomb, the Nomad Dagger, and we got the material for the Garnerok Chakram here. So This place was pretty dense with sub-weapons. Okay. Yeah, we still can't shenanigan our way up there, but we don't have to. We've already been up there. Now, what's odd is I could have swore I saw a robot in the desert somewhere as we were running for our lives before, but we didn't see one when we went back in there, so that was a little weird. I'll check the map in a moment here, just to make sure that I'm not going too crazy on that one. I missed my exit on where I was thinking about going, but, you know, it is what it is. I think those spikes do percentage damage. Now that I've noticed that I'm now taking 10 damage from spikes instead of the 8 before we got the health extension. I suspect that that is percentage damage. There we go. With air dashing, we can get up here. Get this. Oh boy! That's a hefty raid. Give it a minute. Hey, Xeno. Thank you for the raid. That is a lot of people you have sent my way. I appreciate it. How y'all doing? A bunch of you, if you're regulars on Xeno's stream, have probably heard my voice by now. You know, considering our outward adventures. This is more in tune with what I've normally been doing. It's going pretty good. I've been mostly just backtracking to clean up stuff I left behind, and stuff I couldn't get to before. How was your stream, Xeno? I know I saw you were playing Darkest Dungeon when I got up, but I don't know what else you did. I'm sure they loved that. Well, yeah, there is no 100% survival rate in Darkest Dungeon. That's just not a thing that happens. Especially not if somebody's streaming it, because things are just gonna go wrong because streamer luck. Okay, that's just for getting across there easier. Got it. Yeah. Ew. I seem to recall that that could end up sticking to you for a ridiculously long time. I mean, if the game really feels like being a pain. But it's been a while. Yeah, that sounds about right for a situation like that. Okay, this is a whole new section. Looks like this links me back to where I was. Okay. Oh, it's that annoying jumping section that I avoided over there. Okay, that would be the other way to get in here. Yeah, for those of you that are unfamiliar, I am, of course, Dracula. I do a lot of just whatever I feel like doing still. So don't be surprised if, when you look at anything again later, there's just something weird on screen, because that's just kind of my whole shtick still. Mostly old stuff that nobody's seen, so that's just gonna be a thing. But I have every intention of finishing this game, so the next few, probably quite a few streams are going to be this, since I've been really enjoying it. So if you are interested by this, stick around as much as you want. All are welcome here as long as they want to be here. I could give this whole speech and everything, but really, you see what you're going to see. I don't really need to add much to that. And anyone who watches Xeno or follows Xeno already has good taste, so I know... Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that hits the nail on the head pretty much right there. I do things because things exist. I could follow trends and all of that, but let's be real, there's already way too many people out there already doing that, so there wouldn't be much of a reason to bother. So I may as well do what makes me entertained, and hope it entertains everyone else along the way. I appreciate that. I absolutely understand that some of the games I've chosen have not been great, and I acknowledge that. But then again, I've also usually said just as much that they weren't good, so that's also a thing. Let's see. I try to weed out some of the... I try to weed out some of the actual junk ones. But I have missed a couple. There's been a couple that have stunk out the joint a bit. That's fair. I don't mind getting mad at games that much, but I always feel bad a little bit when I do it, because I feel like it's not as good for people to watch, because I'm just sitting there complaining. But I also get the angle where it's funny to people to watch me get frustrated. Yeah, I figured you'd understand, Xeno, because you've been in that same boat before. I warped to the wrong place, because they give me such a small view. Okay. I think I know which one it is now. It's the one next to the yellow door. That one. Yeah, because there's definitely people who do not enjoy listening to somebody get frustrated. Yeah, exactly. You need to show that you're not just a robot that's sitting there going beep boop video game. Video game good. I enjoy video game. Do you enjoy video game, viewer? Do you enjoy? Is this fun? Beep boop bop. Oh yeah, and those of you new here, get used to that too. I'm going to make weird noises, I'm going to do weird voices. That's going to be a thing. That's all in keeping with the fact that I just do what feels like it will be entertaining at the time. And I've kind of mostly gotten out of this whole concept of shame. So, that's a thing. Okay, that's another Lacrima fragment. It can be. It's one of those, there's still a fine line to walk on that. Because you don't want to say something too out there. Or everybody's going to leave. And while I say that I'm kind of past the point of shame, I'm not entirely. There are still plenty I worry about. Just off the cuff, I've gotten a lot better. It just may come back to haunt me later. Oh yeah, I know I generally behave myself. I just know that there's been a few times where I've said some out there things. I just don't think anybody's been there to hear them. Oh, really? This ought to be interesting. Just do remember that if you do that, that gives me full clearance to do the same. Of course, that's never how that works. Well, I can't say that I'm not going to develop a slight case of blindness now and then. Things may happen. And I may not notice. Oh, absolutely. And while I do know where to get some better stuff, I don't know if it'll necessarily be better for us in our current laid out setups. And I'm also not sure how doable getting some of the stuff I'm thinking of will be. I probably need to go up the other side. Yeah, there we go. Since we're planning on... Yeah, we're in line to go to the swamp once we start back up, whenever that ends up working out. Which the swamp will definitely net us better equipment than we currently have. But it will also definitely bring about some much nastier things for us to deal with. But that's the whole point, is get better things to deal with nastier things, to get better things to deal with even nastier things. That's just kind of the whole loop. Okay, so that's this whole section. So where does this lead? Okay, it leads back here. I mean, it can't hurt. It's just a matter of we still need to figure out which way we want to go with that. Which, it will get us on the right track by going there and having a look around Monsoon as well. And deciding whether we actually want to do stuff for that, or if we want to go to the desert for questing. Oh, we do get the Dark Axe. We just had to open that specific box for it. Okay. So that's now... 1, 2, 3, 4... 5 sub-weapons and the materials for a 6th one that we've gotten in one area. That's almost half of the sub-weapons we have that have come from in here. Which, this place is huge, so it makes sense that we get a lot in here. But that still seems like a wild amount of weapons to have picked up in one place. Okay, now we're up to 79%. There's still a thing going on over there. What's the deal with this? Oh, it's literally just a hidden wall I saw but didn't happen to go into. Okay. Interesting. What's this? Dark crystal. Mysterious crystal said to come directly from space. Okay. Interesting. Presumably people will know about that. And to be fair, doing questing might actually lead to better gear in and of itself. Because I do know of at least one thing that a friend of mine told me about getting specifically from doing one of the lines. But I don't know if that was a drop that happened to happen, or if that was actually tied to the quest line. Because I do know there's actual bosses and such tied to quest lines that I've never seen, because I never happened to go to the right places or actually do quests before in that game. So that's going to be interesting. So that's something for people to look forward to if you are going to tune in for that. Watch as we get mauled by actual bosses instead of just fighting random nonsense all the time. Because no matter how well we do, we are probably still going to get destroyed by some of those types of enemies. And I've done gone and fucked up. But it looks like we wouldn't be able to get in there right now anyway? Okay, I can go back up there through this door over here, so that's not that bad. So we can try again. If it was going to require going all the way back around, I wasn't going to bother. But if it's a nice, just quick hop up here to get back in, I'll try it one more time or two. There we go. Ow. Easily done. What's in the box? Not that worth it, but I guess I'll take it. Okay. So that's now 81% of the map. There's a couple chests we couldn't reach. We do have 2 more keys, so we can open 2 more doors. There's a lot of soldiers behind locked doors still. Oh yeah, we probably can get up there now. Yeah. 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 This is still locked. Okay. What would be the quickest way to get around? The answer would actually be going back up to that save point and then warping down there, probably. One thing I wish this game had, especially for times when we're backtracking, is a means of immediately getting back to a save point. Because a lot of games of this type will give you the option of having a consumable item that will take you to a save point, and for convenience. This game so far does not have that. I don't know if it gets that later on, but I'm assuming we're more than halfway through the game considering we have more than half of the orbs, and they seem to be the main mechanic of the game. And typically, this kind of game will start to wrap things up once you get all of the main mechanic items together. And plot-wise, things do seem to be starting to head towards more significant things happening in any way. So then again, they're also opening real wide-eyed concepts. So it may be a bit longer than I think yet. No, it doesn't look like we can actually reasonably do that. Yeah, because that whole other side's a slope, so there's no way we could wall jump our way up there. So we'd have to get to it from the other side, which means we have to get to it from down there. Wherever down there actually connects to. Which, I don't see any obvious doors that connect there, but there's this path over here that we haven't seen. So it's probably connected to that. But we don't know of a door that leads to there either. So I think we might be done here for now. Oh, again. Which, 81% of this map being done is a lot better than where we were of, like, I think 50 or 60%. So save again, just to make sure if anything goes wrong, we're good. And we'll go ahead and pop back to town before we make any other moves. So we can get some upgrades, turn in some of the stuff we've done. There we go, Stygian Harpy's done, so we got paid. And there's the Mud Golem in the Tempest Plains. I mean, a golem is just a magical robot, really, in the end, so I don't think it matters particularly on that. Yeah, as I'd say, we can prove that the Flying Fortress exists. We've been there. Harsh. Considering just the volume of dialogue, I'm not really voicing side stuff like this anymore. It's just going to tear my throat apart to sit there and do that. I got to that point with Secret of Evermore as well, and it's looking like I'm getting to that point here, too. Which I know will disappoint some people, but it just is what it is. There's only so much that can be done. There we go, we got a new staff now. It actually has a new model. Let's see, we could race Uter again and get his spawn lance, but I'm not that fussed about that right now because we don't have increased movement yet. Okay, so these are the 5 goals we found that are floating around in here. That face still gets me. It's just so funny to me, for some reason. I mean, that does sound like the results for a potion, yeah. Either it works and does the intended effect, or it's going to do something awful. I mean, you do joke a lot. I mean, that looks like a healing potion. Yeah, you did just hand me the potion and I just chugged the fucking thing. I didn't even question it. Or I've acknowledged the fact that I don't fear death. One or the other. Ah, all potions are stronger now. Sure. If it means my potions get even stronger, then yeah, I'm on board for this idea immediately. Especially since I'm already 2 ahead of the curve on that one. We still have an enemy in the Forest of Fur to go kill. We didn't even release any of the ironclads in the pyramid, but without being able to get more keys, we're kind of stuck there. I didn't deal with the golden guards in the pyramid either, but we didn't see them, so I don't really know where they're hanging out. Could try to find the mud golem and get that dealt with right quick. And we're of course gonna get the other 5 gears probably when we go up to the module. So let's see. What else is there to bookkeep in town right now? We can go upgrade the rest of our sub-weapons, since we're in the general vicinity of that. Oh yeah, we can buy some stuff, because we got so much money. They might let you up there, as long as you who say you know me. They might be like, oh yeah, anybody he knows is probably fine. Buy the potion pouch. Buy the vial pouch. There we go, now we're not sitting on a pile of money anymore. I have not seen the door that needs the Tempest Mine's key, so I'm not going to bother buying that key yet, I don't think, especially since that's going to run me pretty close to out of money. But let's also get rid of the excess crap I'm carrying. Basically, anything that isn't a double plus can go. And a bunch of the double pluses can go, honestly. Yeah, we've already made back most of the money we just spent. Which is a little sad. Okay, I assume that, yep, that clears all of them out of that screen, so now we can see that we don't have any other ones. Very good. So let's go ahead and buy that key since we made a bunch of money back, actually. Do I want a shard pouch? Nah, I don't really need more shards. Shards at the minute. And does he have any particularly good accessories? No, these are all either on par or worse than what we're wearing. Here, you can talk to that clone. There you go, goodbye. Go ahead and save in case the game crashes and we lose all of this walking around we've just done. We've got all of this stuff we could upgrade. I'm gonna, at the very minimum, put everything to 2, aside from the flash bomb, because I'm not gonna use the flash bomb because of the fact that I expect it to make annoying flashes on the screen that I don't want to deal with. I think the Khopesh will be useful, so I'll go ahead and max that. The axe might be good too, so I'll go ahead and max that. We do actually have to pick and choose at this point if I'm going to max more things, because we are getting a little low on Asgarite. Since each of these costs 3. Since this is an elemental weapon, I'm assuming I will go ahead and upgrade that as well. These are useful in general, and the rest of them I'll leave be for the moment. Nah, these are nice and cheap. I'll go ahead and upgrade those too. There we go. So our sub-weapons are really powerful. So as long as they are actually able to hit their target, they should do pretty well. And I think that covers town stuff for now. So, do I want to go back to the module now, or do I want to finish the sewers first? I could also double-check the Eastern Tempest Plains, but I don't think there's anything there for me. Let me actually open the map, though, and I want to look at the desert again, because I feel like I missed something. Yeah, there's that robot right there at the beginning that I somehow did not spot? That's a little odd, but let's go take care of that. Because I'm assuming since it's still marked on the map that we didn't do what we needed to do with it. Or is that the one that dug up a chest for me? I might be just forgetting things immediately, but it can't hurt to double check. Because it's still here and still activatable. No, this is going the other way, so this is a different robot. I think I didn't see it because it was buried in the sand. Okay, and this one's a floating platform, which will take me to a thing I can hit for sand. And it leads all the way up here. A corrupted harpy, which I'm not going to bother to deal with on an awkward platform like that. And it leads to a different section of Tempest Plains West. Okay. You have my attention. Oh, I'm confused. Shit. Reverse controls. Oh, I leveled. I'm a fool. I was panicking, reaching for a healing potion, and realized after the fact, like, oh, right. Leveling heals you. Right. And even more mana. Okay. And that appears to be this whole side path here, so that's it for that. So we definitely missed a bunch of mana reliquaries at the very least, but a bunch of them we wouldn't have been able to get till close to now anyway, so I suppose it doesn't really entirely count as missing them. I don't know. I'm not sure if I can count that against myself or not. Okay, now I think we're good in here, as far as things we can currently get to. Just do a quick scan through places for robots. Nope. So I could have swore there was still another robot in a green area I saw that I couldn't do anything with. There's the bubble. There are some sand crystals up there I'd still be able to do something with. If I do actually bother to do the Forest of Fur again right now. Bubble. Oh, that needs wind, yeah. That leads up to floating module. That harpy's really committed to killing me. And she is really doomed to disappointment. We may as well go up here, because we didn't actually do much on the top floor of Forest of Fur again. We spent most of our time down below. Oh, underneath it. Just checking something right quick. Okay. All good. Okay, what did that do? Ah, down here. Oh, okay, we have been down here before. But we didn't actually grab this. Which is even more mana. Okay. Ooh, that's timing. Okay, the other sand spots should be right over here somewhere. We almost didn't make that one. Oh, we didn't make that one because the game decided that was a double jump instead of a single. God dang it, game. There we go. More rockyrite. We can try to get that chest, but I don't think that's possible. There's that one spot at the bottom of the area we're currently standing in that might lead somewhere. Yeah, because I think I was out of bombs when I saw this. I could have avoided taking damage from that, but I opted just to accept my fate. Okay, we need the wind orb before we can do that. Oh yeah, I think I did open that, looked at that, died, and then didn't open it again. Because I saw no point to it. Oh, that might be where the Tempest Mine Key actually goes. That would make sense. Somewhat. Because it didn't say what we needed to open that door down there, so we can check that too while we're at it. Because I don't recall seeing any other locked doors in this general vicinity that could potentially be using the Tempest Mine Key that we just bought. But I also have no idea if we're even meant to be having this key or using this key anytime quick. So, it's hard to say. Because I wouldn't assume an ornate door would be relating to a mine. And no, I still can't do anything with that. Okay. So where... That begs the question, where the hell does this mine key go, then? Unless it relates to something in the spider lair. On that note, where would I even see that key on, now that I think about it? Because I would have assumed it would have been in that menu, but it wasn't there. But I also don't see my other keys in this menu. I may just have no way of checking what keys I have and don't have. Aside from going and seeing if I could buy the mine key anymore. Which, knowing that I have it, I won't bother doing that. But that is a thing. So I cleared the forest of fur better than I thought. Which is not a bad thing by any stretch. But it is mildly surprising. I don't even know why I warped over here, since I'm just gonna have to warp again anyway. Actually, before I commit to warping anywhere... Is there actually much of value I can do here? I mean, there's an upper section of that room there, but that's where we fought the boss fight, so it's probably just a matter of getting map completion by climbing up the wall. So I'm not that interested in that. No, it's not really looking like there'd be much value to go in here right now. I'm not seeing any obvious paths we didn't take or anything. So I guess we'll go back to the sewers and start making actual forward progress at this point. That is, of course, as soon as we figure out how to make any forward progress around here. Because that is part of why I was doing the backtracking first, was to get my head back in the game before going in here. Because we were kind of stuck at the end of last session. Last session being yesterday. Because if we look at the map, you'll notice that most paths end in water. And we can't swim right now. And that, I believe, was blocked off by a door down there. Yeah, that's where that door was. There's this here that I don't remember what the problem was with, so we'll check that. Because it may just be that I was tired at that point and either purposely ignored that option to give myself an excuse to end off, or didn't notice it because I was wiped out at that point and hungry. Yeah, no, it looks like there was no reason not to go this way. I think I just didn't see this. Which happens more often than I would like to admit. Yeah, no, this absolutely feels like the path to progress. Yeah, because this opens both these doors. Okay. I'm not sure why I fell down. Oh, the rat. God damn it, video game. Attacking me in cutscenes. Fuck you. I'll give it this. It didn't damage me during the cutscene. It just knocked me off the damn platform. Which is not that much of an improvement. And if I'm real. More often than not, if you get stuck in this game or a lot of games like this too, it's more than likely just a small path you did not see somewhere. Because these are very rarely so complex that you have to do like massive lateral thinking to figure out where you're going. Usually the massive lateral thinking is for if you want to find a shortcut or do something clever. Who would have thought that there was an entire labyrinth under Hafen? Don't you feel like a crocodile's gonna appear at any moment? It was a joke. Anyway, let's not take any more of each other's time. Yes, I'll leave you to be on your way. I'll be mapping out all of this, and you can come and see my progress in my shop if you like. I may as well buy all of his maps since I have the money to afford maps now. Which, that'll help verify a bunch of shit we didn't see. Okay, good, it does have enough time to get there. Like, moves like that are about the extent of the lateral thinking games like this will usually expect of you. It's like, okay, you can't get past the spikes with your body or your bomb. You need to then attach the bomb somewhere else. You know it can walk on ceilings, therefore, put on ceiling. But now, we know where all that leads. We know that there's a massive complex to the right. We don't know what's below us. We know that there's a chamber and then an area underneath it over there. Hafen City has one little chamber off to the side there we didn't get into. Forest of Fur. There's a little bit left over there. Yeah, aside from not having map completion of it, it looks like we actually have physical completion of most of it. Tempest Plains. We already had the map for that, I'm pretty sure. Hit the wrong button. There's a lot left of here, apparently, up in the mountains, up top, above it. A lot of big open space as well, but that's fine. There's this whole cave section up here and such that we need to get to at some point. I don't think we... Did we buy a map for Sabuna? I bought all the maps, so I don't even know... Yes. So there's a whole section behind that door, too. Okay. But nothing connects to it, so there must be something we're missing. So that's worth figuring out at some point later. Over here... There's this whole area further out to the right, which leads to that swamp that Uter crashed into before. What other maps did you have? Okay. He only had, like, path area maps, not dungeon maps. We have to find the dungeon maps. Okay. We're good. I just kind of mashed through his menu to buy everything since we had the money for it. Okay, secret door here. Ah, that leads back around to this. That gives us a shortcut. Got it. This dead ends out in water. So down the shaft we go. The only thing I'm really gonna miss about the floating module is the music, though that did start to wear out a bit. Right, we're inside now. It seems to be some kind of laboratory. What is Padrino up to? Chief, we should hurry. Yes, human, this is for you. You got Glaucus Snorkel. A device perfected over the centuries by the fifth inhabitants of Terra Gaia to allow them to interact with the other races of this world. Use it to travel through flooded areas. Why didn't you give this to me when we first got here? It'll allow you to move around underwater without drowning. Not bad, yeah? You're practically fish now. Chief, I have a question. Yes, Bayou. Why have we made them take us all the way here if we hadn't come across any underwater areas? Bayou, please. No, seriously. What need was there for them to carry us? We can walk, too. Bayou, there's a barrage behind you. Oof. Coward. Okay, so now we can go through underwater areas. So I guess we don't need the water orb to get through that. And we gained vials of invisibility at some point. Okay. I don't feel like I'm going to need those, but I guess those are a thing. Oh, how much would I bet we need to use them to get past doors like that? Since they sense my presence? I don't know. Ah, never mind. There's access cards. Okay. Let's go back up, though, and check out the flooded areas of the sewer now that we have the ability to... And no, the mic didn't cut out there. That was my throat stopping me from finishing that sentence for some reason. Everything is fine. So now that we can swim, we can also go to a lot of other places, but I'm not gonna resume backtracking right now. But if I knew we were going to go 2 feet and find the goddamn means of swimming, I would have done that first, and then done the backtracking. I can't say that's anything new for me, though. It's very frequent that I end up doing the backtracking at just the wrong time. Okay, that gets us that. Okay. So there's a whole bunch more water over there and over here. It'll be slightly quicker if I jump down over here and go to the left from there. Ignoring these clowns. Okay. So it's not accessible from this side. That's unfortunate. And we also can't get in there from there, because I can see that that's a tiny tunnel. So it looks like we're going back down after all. There really wasn't much here for us right now. And I'm starting to think that those areas where there's puddles, we might be able to use the water orb to, like, turn into a fluid or something, or traverse between pools or something along those lines, given the locations of them. Which, that'll be fascinating. And that'll lead to all kinds of questions, like, what happens if I leave some of my goo pile behind somewhere by accident? Which, if somebody took that out of context, it could sound really bad, but I think that would end up needing to be a stretch before it got to be a problem. I do not like those things. Also, I'm not sure why I did not manage to dash under it that time when I dashed under it just fine before. I'm assuming it's just a very specific spot I had to stand, and I didn't stand in it the second time. Okay, so going down there seems to be largely inefficient at the moment. So we'll just go ahead and head on into the lab. Come back to that later. Doesn't seem like there's anything, like, vital down there or anything. Just things that do a lot of damage and just will generally upset me. That's a pretty well animated door. Ooh. Almost fell down the hole. Now we're gonna get into more stuff that's weak to lightning, of course, because a lot of this stuff's probably gonna be water. I'm already not a fan of the way those things split. That's a level 3 door. What I really should be doing is dropping a clone and then blasting. God damn it. I don't know what I thought was going to happen the second time I did that. Because there's a grating there, so of course they can't fucking go through it. Okay, that leads back where we came from. I suspect that there's going to be an ability involving turning water into ice somewhere along the way. Not sure what gives me that impression, aside from the very square waterfalls. No, I can stand on these, so maybe not. It may be more a matter of you redirect the flow of the water. Since you need this to be going up in order to get up there. I'm guessing this was just for them to come running out of. Damn it. Okay. I do like the fact that the doors you've already opened once are hollowed out. So you can tell where you've been. That is very helpful. Huh. This might be a problem. There. Ah! That was the correct move. I just screwed up the recovery. There we go. They do require some real awkward jumping now and then. But I'm fine with that. I know some people won't be. But I don't mind that. Ah, thank you for opening the door for me. Fucking death shrimp. The most powerful prawns. Okay, that gets us past the level 2 door here, which is interesting. Why provide us with such a access point past a level 2 door? I'm genuinely wondering what the point of having a level 2 door here is. Because it doesn't lead anywhere. It's just there to point at you and be annoying. Ah, okay, that turns the water on. Okay, those are just extra resistant while they're doing their thing. Got it. Bust that open. So now that'll let go of things. Allowing that to be pushed down. And that presumably will undo when we let go of it. Yeah. Okay. I'm understanding. I'm picking up what you're putting down, video game. Inevitably, there was gonna be another one of those, huh? One moment. Goodbye, bot. No one wanted you here anyway. Aside from the one who made you. And even they don't care. Yeah, because that opens the bottom one. Okay, so we need to... Oh, I think I see what I need to do, actually. Let it fall down and then clamp it. And then when the water starts again, unclamp to let it push it further down. And clamp it. This little clamp is a millionaire. This is gonna take a little bit. Especially with my slightly delayed reaction time right now. It just means I hit it a little early to where I'm thinking. And there we go. That should stay on the button now, and we can open the door. Water puzzles, yay! Okay. I was making sure he didn't have the access pass, because that would have just been the worst place for that to be. I don't know why it wasn't letting me set off that clone. Because it should have went off the first time. Okay, looks like we're going down from here. Oop. Okay, open door, receive checkpoint. Yeah, I still don't need anything. I think the only health potion we used was replaced already. He's gonna hang out up there, and that's honestly fine. Nope, nope, he's come down to say hi. That is no longer acceptable. Perish. Yep, that's what I was afraid of. Electricity and water, bad times. You can and will fry yourself. Thankfully, we are well protected against electricity while in electric form. But that still could have very easily been awkward. Don't need to be the toaster in my own bathtub. Which, that one's a bad joke, I admit, but, you know, it is what it is. It's already out there, it's in the air, I sent it. Another level. Okay, I can finally get another ability. We are level 24, and all the rest of them require 30. No, this is 25, so that will come up soon. We'll go ahead and wait for that level then. Because since it's off the path where I've been improving my clones, it'll probably be relating to that, and it's probably going to be something I want. If he wasn't there, I probably would have made that, but I also don't need that. That doesn't seem great. These are either being manufactured here or they're being studied here to try to fix them. Got a 50-50 on that, and I don't like my odds. And that's exactly why I wasn't a fan of the situation. Because they were obviously going to fucking bust out of their tubes. I'm mildly surprised that only one of them busted from their tubes, though. I get the impression that that slime was supposed to be down there causing trouble, too. He just, for some reason, didn't make it down. Well, that happened. I blew up the science. Quit shitting lightning. Ah, okay, that turns the water off periodically instead of turning the water on. Got it. We still didn't open the door I tried to open in this whole... Oh, there we go. It did open that door as well. So it was honestly funnier to me if it hadn't. But you know what? I'll take it. Because at least that means that door's open and it's not going to keep upsetting me. This might be problematic. I dislike this shark statue that's in front of me. I feel like it's a sign. Oh, there's the water orb, which is powering this machine. The floodgate doesn't have a card reader. Will we be available to open it? Bayou, let the important people speak. Why didn't you just talk to yourself? I'm referring to the soldier man here. What do you think? It looks like the capsule contains something with several connections. Perhaps if we break it, it will cause a system failure in the door. Break things? Seriously, Chief? Go on, try it. I mean, I do tend to go along with the idea of breaking things. Worst case, I get the water orb, which is what I want. Got Glacial Orb. Once active, this orb lets you carry out elemental water attacks. You can also use it to interact with hydro bubbles or luminous pools. It applies frost element, etc., etc. Oh, Bladderack, it didn't work. Wait, Chief, you look different, and those hydro bubbles have appeared. I was just about to mention that, of course. Mr. Soldier Man, you feel different, right? Try using that energy on the hydro bubbles. We'll find another way. Come on, Bayou, don't linger. Oh boy, it's Donkey Kong time. We've got fucking barrel travel now. This is gonna get uncomfortable at some point, I'm sure. Okay. So we need a level 4 key for there. And of course we still can't open the big door. It's interesting how it makes other bubbles appear when you get into a bubble. I guess it's to save on you activating ones you shouldn't. Okay, up more we go then. Oh boy. Speaking of uncomfortable... Oh, that one didn't activate automatically. Missed it. Okay, you just had to hit it straight on for it to work. Ah. That's not quite what I thought was going to happen with this, but it's close. We turn into a slime. I did suggest the concept of us liquefying, and I was on the right track with that at the very least. Okay, good. We can still open boxes in slime form. Blurp, 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 splat. I assume these allow us to reconstitute. Oh no, we can reconstitute at any time. This just allows us to re-slime so we can get out of there if we do something stupid like I did. We do make a very tiny target in slime form, but this does not seem like a place we want to be right now. Nah, 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 nah. I taunt you with my slime body. Splat, splat. Fuck you. Okay, good. The slime can read maps. Good. Oh, there is a hydro bubble in there. I didn't see it. Oh. I would say how disappointed in myself I am right now, but I think we all know. The only way I could be more disappointed in myself is if I managed to die here. Interesting. Ah, I can't skip one. Okay, I have to use all of them. Because it's got a range limit. Hello, gentlemen. I am up here now. Greetings to all of you weird freaks. Now kindly perish before my magical power. And I suppose weird freaks is redundant, but either way, I think it applies just fine to these things. Okay, I need to go into slime form first. It would be nice if it automatically switched orbs to the correct choice when it's relevant. But I can understand why they wouldn't, because extra coding, that's not really needed. It would just be a nice convenience feature. And it would also potentially become problematic if there's a lot of these things close together. Or of varying types. Okay, where am I now? Okay, I'm in a new area entirely. Got it. With a lot of goddamn shrimp in it. Jesus. I could go for some shrimp right now. Shrimp is tasty. Just probably not giant mutated shrimp. Probably does not taste as good. Then again, there would be bigger servings. Maybe. There's a logic there. But that might just be my stomach thinking for me. I have made the wrong turn. Well, that's what I get for being cheeky. Fuck. Loot. Yeah, you can't attack in slime form, which is the only unfortunate thing. So that loops us back around to here. And we've got an area there we could get into, but we can't... Oh, we turn to a slime here and then go from there. Got it. I keep thinking you have to have it be in the right context-sensitive location, but we can actually be a slime for a pretty long period without it being an issue. We could probably play like half the damn game as a slime, as long as we didn't have to fight anything. Oh hey, slimes are friends when you're a slime. Nice. That makes sense. They don't know any different. I just look like one of them. See, I like it when games have actual full other forms with actual mechanics and such like this. It always makes things more interesting. Does the interaction a lot of the other orbs have not been, like, super interesting or game-changing, really. But having a whole actual form transformation we can do, even if it's not used that much, is at least a nice touch. I always appreciate those. I have to shift position because my leg is starting to fall asleep. I may want to invest in a standing desk. Though I guess technically I could stand at this desk just fine, because it's not that short. But I would need to adjust the camera and everything, so I'm not going to do that right now. But for days like this where I'm kind of sleepy, it might not be a bad idea in the future. Be standing. It might help keep me awake. And the main reason why I'm not going to mess with repositioning everything right now is the fact that the camera is not really going to have a way to aim up at me without being just at kind of an ugly angle with where I've got it at the moment. Because it would be looking up at me the whole time. Okay, destroying that thing apparently had an effect of some kind. Which makes sense since it was a unique enemy. Checking ID card. Update complete. We now have a level 2 card. Hooray. Now we can go more places. Dang it, dang it, dang it. There we go. Okay, so from here... Oh, yeah, because that was the level 2 card making machine. Okay. So we can get to a couple places with level 2 doors now, or we can carry on over there where we were already. Fuck. And of course that's not going to be a nice convenient straight line. You're going to see me miss some of these because of the fact that I'm aiming it with a controller. Oh, we just freely get the Atrox plate. Neat. Yet again, I'm glad I didn't bother to spend any more money than necessary at Balof's shop. Because while his heart's generally in the right place, he's definitely a rip-off artist. Which, you know, he's a merchant. He has to be a rip-off artist to survive. So, I get it. Rude. Okay. Not sure how doable this actually is right now. Yeah, no, I don't think we can do that at all, so this was a waste of my time to have come back over here. Oh well. Can't say that's a surprise. So we may as well go back through the tube, go check out the level 2 doors we have access to now, and go from there. Jesus Christ, why? How did I end up back in water form? That very nearly ended in tragedy. I forgot that there was a small army of shrimp waiting down here. I am a slime. Look at me go. I go blurp, blurp, blurp everywhere. Boink, boink, boink. Ah, they still do contact damage, even when they're friendly. Which makes sense. You can still hurt your friends with spikes. Spikes are passive that way, they just kind of happen. Sorry guys, I was a human this whole time. I'm sure you're all disappointed. Goodbye. Yeah, it was just more rocky, right? Sad. Goodbye. You don't have level 2 access. You can stay in there. That level 2 door is useless, so is that one. But it does lead to somewhere. It just also leads to the same place another one does. That's why it's kind of useless. But it's better than nothing, so it'll get us there a little quicker. This way. Okay, that allows us to hit this, which opens that down below. Which is the door we got stuck on as a slime a moment ago. Okay. We need to activate this thing right here. It's gonna make a waterfall that we can use. We need to find a point to turn into a slime, which is up there. Form of a slime. It's a little unfortunate that mashing the jump button is a little quicker in the tunnels. We just end up making a really unfortunate noise. Okay, game, I'll bite. What the fuck was the point of this? It blatantly says it links up, so... What? I am confused. But it's also... pointless? In any practical terms? Oh well. I'm assuming that'll be useful at some point. It's just not useful right now. I should have went the other way. Dang it. So I saw something. Because there's a thing we can go into over here that's partially obscured. Yep, treasure. Not really worth it, but I found it. Might as well stay in slime form till I need to fight. Save me having to transform into it later. Oh boy. Okay, so I got a breakable wall above me. I'm just kind of meditating in the water bubble for the moment. Oh, there is a time limit. Got it. Okay, that still hurts. Got it. I mean... Can I... I think I can do this. This is gonna be a real fucking jank and a half move. But it would help if I didn't throw myself the wrong way. Got it. Oh, it was just for a damn Radiant Beagle. Which makes sense. It wasn't gonna be for progress. I was pretty sure of that. But I was hoping it was gonna be for something a little more significant than that. And I'm assuming we can't break that open from this side, yeah. And I'm betting we can't send a pig drone up that wall with that still going. So, that's a dead end. That leaves me with a question mark. I guess we go the other way, because I don't think there's anything else we can do here at the moment. Unless... This is a stupid idea. Okay, I can't perform a pig drone drop in midair, so I don't think this will work. But I'm gonna try it anyway, for shits and giggles. Nope, I fucked up. Because what I'm gonna try to do is cling to the wall and send the pig drone, but I can also try sending one from here. I don't think he travels far enough. Yeah, no, that doesn't work. And I can't deploy one while clinging, so that's not gonna work. I was gonna send a drone across there and see if I can get it to hit the back of that wall up there, but that's entering into the realm of sequence breaking more than actually being intended. I just wanted to see if I could do it. And the answer is a theoretical yes, but a realistic no. Nope, that door broke. Okay, killing her opens that door. Dislike. Strong dislike. Does this turn off at any point? It does, okay. Cross? Fuck. Okay, now I can push this down. Which allows me to push the block over here, presumably. Yeah, because there's a button over there. Okay. Wanted to make sure before I wasted my time pushing the block the rest of the way, only to get it stuck somewhere. Yeah, because that was walled off. I thought so. I didn't take the time to confirm, which is what had me a little worried. But I was pretty sure it was going to work out. Okay, if we were in slime form, we could go up that tube, and it looks like we're gonna have to. It doesn't appear to be any other paths at the moment. So let's go back and get slimy. Because thankfully we can bypass all the hazards and such now. Or... bang, bang, bang. This is gonna be mildly problematic, though. There we go. I was worried that I was also trying to get in from the wrong end, and it was about to be very unfortunate. There we go. And now we can not resume humanity. We need to stay slime. That was probably to give you a point at which you could, like, drink a potion or something if you needed to, because I'm betting the slime can't. Well, the slime can open maps and such, so maybe the slime can drink potions. Who can say? Oh, lag. Right side, 0 drop frames so far today. And we're locked in again. Oh hey, you finally decided to do something, Milan. Hey soldier, up here. Don't look at me like that. It's embarrassing enough to have come further than you and then end up trapped here. I wanted to solve this on my own. But hey, now that you're here, I'm glad to see a friendly face. So what you're saying is the errand you had to run was trying to finish this whole damn place on your own trying to be the hero, huh? And now you're stuck in a box like an idiot. Good job. I've been wandering around this passage for a while now, so I think we can work together to clear a path for us. And you can see the wind orb in action on the way. Let's go. Yeah. Could you just give me the wind orb? Considering I'm gonna know better how to use it than you will. I'm gonna guess he's gonna hand me something. Sup? I'm at the door. Hey. Ah, okay. Okay. At least you're doing something useful so far. I just have to do the dangerous bits, that's all. Go, beep goes the button, and in goes the idiot. But now we know where the wind orb is, he's holding it. I told you it'd be useful. Onwards, we can carry on now. I'll try to find you later. Good luck. A little overeager, that one, but I respect it. They're at least getting things done. Eep. And that opens the big door. Oh no, it opens one lock on the big door. We need to go find the other lock, which is presumably on the other side. Down the ladder. Okay. I'm not seeing any other level 2 doors we haven't gone through. So that leaves me thinking I have to somehow deal with this room, which means I'm missing something in there. Which is not altogether surprising for me. And I'm presuming that it has something to do with that block up there. Yeah, because we can't just bounce off of that. And I can't reach that to do anything with that idea. Missed it. How about down here, though? Ah, okay. I just didn't see the path I needed to take. It was as simple as I was afraid of with that one. I literally just have to shoot off screen slightly and it'll work out. Tired brain ignores the obvious. And this will let us block the laser, presumably. And then we drop it onto the spot down there, which presumably is guarding a button. Ow. I could have timed that better, but I'm more interested in getting out of here. Because we have no shortage of healing items at this point in the game. Damn it. I did not desire to be frozen on this day. Would you kindly never do that again? I will say, the orb system is starting to feel a little cumbersome because of how many options we have. And the fact that this radial menu is not exactly super consistent. You know what? I'm willing to tank the damage because he's going to take more than I will off of this. Just in the interest of getting rid of him faster, I was just like, you know what? Burn me. I don't care. It would appear I have more continuously electrocuted this water, though, which is a bit of a problem. Oh, that can be killed, can it? That'll definitely solve that problem. I figured that was just going to be a continuous hazard around here. There we go, that's another checkpoint in the books. May as well restock my equipment as well. Since we did actually use a couple. Of course, we're going to continue to make irrelevant any potions we find, but meh. That's fine. And I know I could climb up that pole there, but I'm more interested in the slime path down here for the moment. We'll check this first. Or I can't. Never mind. I am wrong. Everything I know is wrong. All things I do are incorrect. Okay. So I need to get up there in slime form and then knock the block down. It's a good thing slime I'm drag can fucking double jump still, or it'd be a real problem. Because we can do most things in slime form still. Need to move the block over a bit, and then I can get on the other side. There we go. Son of a bitch. If I needed to go all the way back around in slime form, I was about to be very cross. Because that would have just been a huge waste of everyone's time. Okay, now the block is down here. Which allows me to kick the block off of here. Which allows me to kick the block where? Precisely. I'm not sure what the point of this action was. Oh! Perhaps... that? No, that probably is incorrect. I have concerns about what I've done here. I have fears that I've made horrible mistakes. Can I be cheeky? No, I can't get my shots to go around the corner there. Okay, good. I can still fit in the bubble. That's an important thing to realize. Except I can't actually go anywhere with that idea. Because it counts me as hitting the thing. Now, if I turn into a slime... I can't actually get high enough there. So I feel like pushing that block down was a mistake. So I was probably meant to keep it up here and then use it to jump in there. I'm gonna push it over here just for shits and giggles. Yeah, that doesn't actually do anything. That's what I feared. I guess that means I have to reset the room? This might be one of those handful of occasions with a more permanent fail state. And I guess I'll just load back to the save. I don't even know why I climbed back up, is if I save again, I can't guarantee that it'll keep the fact that... I mean, that it won't keep the fact that the block's down there, rather. So saving might get me stuck. So I'd rather just do that small bit over again, rather than risking it permanently being stuck there. So I would assume there's a failsafe for that. I don't want to guaranteed assume that, though, because that's how you get yourself into all kinds of trouble. Just take me a quick second to check things. Okay. Before we knock the block down, we need to go climb up as the slime again, do that all. Bling. Split, split, splash, split, split, splash. Squish, splash, splish, splash. Okay. Definitely need to get the block off of the slime transformation spot. That we know for sure we need. It's beyond that that I'm not sure about. Because if I push it this way, it doesn't do me any good. There's also the question of how the hell I get in there. Which is presumably tied to the door up and right. I'm just gonna push the block part way over here and see if there's some kind of nonsense I can do jumping wise here. Because I'm nervous about pushing the block any further to the side. Because he'll just engage kick animation soon. But I'm also not even sure if this is actually the solution to anything. Because I don't know if I can actually go up into that tube. Because it's not looking like it. Yeah, no, I hit that one square that time and it didn't do anything. I think I'm on the wrong track here. But what the fuck is this block for, then? Unless... You know what it might be. This block might genuinely just be for protecting against the laser before you kill it. Even though that would be kind of stupid. Hmm. Yeah, doing that doesn't help at all. I am left with the question of, am I being stupid? Yes, I'm being stupid about something. We're just meant to walk over here. So that block is presumably just for laser protection. If you don't realize you can kill the laser spawner. What? We've ended up in the same trap. It's my fault. I should have found the way out of these ducts a while back. Don't worry, I'll fix this. Yeah, you get me in here, and then I'll solve all the rest of our problems. And there's the level we need for that other mastery. Which is only 2 points. Ah, there we go. Double reflection. Yes. And now we can detonate 2 reflections and do twice as much damage. What I don't understand is why they waited for me to kill those enemies to move over there. There's really not much point to it. They could have been moving while I was fighting, and then the cutscene could have triggered afterwards. That was not my finest plan. This one fires really fast compared to the last one. There we go. That opens his door, which lets him get over there to open my door. This whole handing back and forth thing is all well and good, but I think in a single-player game, I'm not sure this was particularly necessary. What might have made this more interesting would have been if they handed control of our companion up there to the player, and had you go through sections as both of them along the way. But they chose what they chose, so there ain't any change in that. Got it. Unfortunately, it looks like I still can't reach your position. It's clear we need to continue on separate paths for a while longer. Good luck, soldier. And that opens the other lock, allowing us to go through the big door. And considering we've gotten a traversal item and an orb in here, we're probably about done with the water treatment plant. We're probably heading toward boss fight soon. I would assume. Though we are only halfway through the levels of doors. So there may be quite a bit left to this place. It's hard to say whether that's going to be the way that works or not. That's a point my brain just made to myself there. We do have a lot of work yet to go. In theory. I knew you'd find the toy first. Sorry, sister, I don't plan on sharing it with you. Okay, you're resistant to that. You've got fire. Oh, you're actually weak to water. That's convenient. I guess you're hot stuff, huh? That's what I was afraid of. Dark Whip Plus, huh? I knew you wouldn't tell me. Selfish as always. Always ruining my fun. I might just be tired of having a sister. You'll be next. How dare you? How about you just fight each other, then? Nope. Not gonna fight each other. Want me dead more. That's honestly fair. I'm just gonna finish this one off first. Uh-oh. I don't like the look of what you're doing up there, ladies. Yep, that's about what I expected to have happen with this. Death pinball. Not great. Oh, you've got evasion, huh? Are you immune when you're up there? Yep, you're just immune while you're up there. Great. Great. Love that mechanic. Great. I assume they're gonna take turns. No, they're not taking turns directly doing that, at least. Thankfully, they're just kind of hanging out, so it's not that bad. Yep, now they're gonna start doing the we take turns climbing the walls and being a pain in the ass. Knife? Minimal damage. Poison knife. Minimal damage. Okay, sand mortar. Okay, yeah, she does lightning, so she's vulnerable to sand. That makes sense. These sand mortars might actually be fucking useful for something for a change. Never really used them. Okay. One dark whip down. She's gonna explode. And now, presumably, yeah, she's gonna get empowered by that and become real mad. Thankfully, I seem to do more damage to her than I did to the other one. So I think I made the right choice in who I kept alive. Especially since we can just sand mortar her to hell and back. I need to drink a potion. Oh, this is getting really unpleasant now, though. Bloody hell. She is just turning this into a goddamn pinball table. I don't have the mana. Thankfully, I do have the mana potion in my hand. Oh, this is not great. Oh, good, they bounce off each other. That's actually fantastic. And there we go. The Dark Whips have been defeated. That wasn't that bad for being a double fight. I wasn't gonna let you go alone. Kaboom. And now we get whatever that is. Chain of Souls. Press R2 and triangle to damage and temporarily immobilize all enemies. Oh yeah, I completely forgot we had that arcane projectiles move we got from Dark Claw, too. I've also not been using Temporal Field or Arcanorum. Now that we have a lot more magic, I really should start using these. Like, I have not been using the tools at my disposal well at all, and I'm still mopping the floor with things. Which is why I say I'm not too worried about the remainder of this game at this point. Great, I did all of that just to hit a level 4 door. Great. I'm so pleased. Oh god. Everything hurts. Why do I not have any regeneration potions? I thought I had one more of those. That's a problem. Can I go back to the shop? Yes, I can. I fought them in a place I'd been before, and there's also a button to open the door. So... Okay, so now we had our obligatory dark weapon fight, which gets us a new skill. So yeah, we are more than halfway through this place then, probably, because they generally seem to be appearing at about the halfway point of areas. Though Dark Claw was pretty close to the end, so maybe that's not entirely accurate. Point being, though, they appear a decent way along. So we should be on track for finishing this area before too much longer. Okay, so that move's pretty useful when I actually use it. As most things would be, when they're actually used. It is taxing on the old mana bar, though, so probably won't use it that much. Because for all the mana that we have, apparently that still drank a good chunk of it when combined with the other stuff we have. Okay. Yeah, as expected, we need to bring a block there. No, give me just one moment. My stomach is starting to act like it needs to be dealt with. So just bear with me just one moment. Okay. Just quickly went to take something to make sure that it doesn't get too upset till I'm done. Because I'm not going to be going too much longer, I don't think. Especially if it gets much worse. But I have noticed that I frequently have an upset stomach whenever I don't get a proper amount of sleep. Though, my stomach is also readily upset, so it's just one of those things. Alright, I don't see a block anywhere in here. So I'm a little confused. There's a button up there. Ah, that's where the block is. It's up there. So I think I see at least somewhat what we need to do, but I'm missing a piece of the puzzle. Namely, I'm not entirely sure where we start our climb. Ah, okay, you can hop up these. Did not know that. Or, if I did know that, I did not pay enough attention to realize that after the fact. Ah, that's the move, but I just did it wrong. Because you can't finish pulling this block across. Oh, come the fuck on now. God damn it, the ledge grab is gonna make this a huge pain in the ass. Because you need to hit it at the right frame to be at the right height without hitting the ledge grab, but also not bashing your head into the damn block in the process. This would be easier if I had modulated the height of these fucking boxes ahead of time, but I'm assuming we can't do that. considering where they are. Yeah, this one is the exact same problem on the other side. Okay. Let's see if I can do this one a bit better. Of course, it would help if I did everything in the right fucking order and used my brain for once. But I think I had the right distance. Fucking... Ah! Yes, I did do that one better. Okay. The unfortunate thing is I can't really use this to make my life simpler, I don't think. It's a mirror. So there's not like a position I could push this to, unless it landed somewhere higher, which it can't. It does open a door down there, which requires yet another block. Okay, okay. This might be a huge pain in my ass. That's way too low. You know what I probably can do that would help my case immensely? No, not that. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. I was trying to wall jump off the side of the cage rather than clinging to the side of the cage, but this is what I was talking about before when I was saying that the ledge clinging is more harm than good half the time. Because it happens more or less the most frequently when you don't want it to. I have died to it, and I have gotten stuck in situations like this to it a lot. But it looks like it might allow you to phase through it a little bit. Ah, god damn it. Thing is, I think by phasing through it, I'm not quite far enough forward, so I keep hitting my head on the block. Because if I don't jump when I am jumping, I don't think I was going to make it far enough. There we go. We eventually fucking got there. And that opens the other one of those. But that leaves me with the question of, okay, did that really fucking help me at all? The answer is no, but yes. Because it gets the block out of the way so I can jump underneath this. But it's another case of I need to do a fucking jump, dash, double jump. And this allows these to be adjusted. Which I then can go down here and hit this button. And thankfully that'll stay that way. And the one on the other side is currently down, so I need to move it, presumably. And given the speed that this is moving at, I would assume I'm then expected to run across, push the other one down. Push the other button down, rather. And get out before it closes me in. Motherfucker. Oh, that's the wrong one anyway. I need to move that one. Motherfuck me. Except I need to do this on this side. God fucking. Lowered reaction time. Move down faster, you fucking block. There we go. No squishy, please. Deep. Now we open the front door. And we gotta get the hell out of here before this gets stuck. Oh, it stopped. Huh. Convenient. Surprisingly convenient. But I guess they don't want players getting trapped. Yeah, there was a bot again. And it got swatted. Or do you see another bot? What the hell do I do with these things? they just fucking explode. No, they don't take damage. Weird. I don't understand how my health got that low. But I'm just gonna Valkyrie Feather so I don't have to do that whole thing again. So I'm not seeing any other bots if you mean there's another one. At least none that I recognize. And as long as it's not spamming the chat, I don't particularly care at the moment. I could always deal with it later if there is an issue. Oh wait, no. I need to be human for the moment to throw a bomb, and then I can do the thing. Oh. Interesting. Okay. Okay, I don't think I needed to be a slime for that idea. I don't see any slime paths here. And the slime can't wall jump that I am aware of. Huh. Well, this seems upsetting. Oh, I know exactly why this is upsetting, because I think we went the wrong... No? This is a new area. Okay. I thought this was an area we had been to before that was very similar to this. Because there was one that was a lot like that. Okay. The double clone idea is all well and good till you realize that the timer on dashing again is so long that you can't, like, double stack them on a target particularly well. There we go, push that button. Spin the wheel. Ah, okay, that lets us pass through that. Okay. Which presumably is intended to do something. Ah, I see. This one's interesting. It's a little deadly, but it's interesting. I think I just needed to wait. Yeah, there we go. And then I can launch through there, go up there, and push this button. And we get our... Huh. I was gonna say our first map of the lab. Oh boy, there's a lot more lab to go. This place is actually pretty goddamn big. Which, we already covered a lot of ground, but man alive, this place is actually kind of huge. It now makes more sense why we only have 2 out of the 4 access levels for this place. Because we've only gone through half of the place. That is telling me, though, that I might not finish this place today. As much as I'm enjoying this so far, Body is starting to say no. And when Body says no, you kind of have to listen. Okay, robot, where are you going? You're going this way. Oh, this is upsetting. Okay. Yeah, I know. You've been abandoned, robot. It's okay. We're just gonna abandon those enemies. Okay, good. Cutscene saved me. It is going up there. Okay. A little confused by that, but you know what? I'm all fine with that. Looks like we're gonna have to guide a series of robots to places in order for whatever it is that they need to do to happen. I don't know why they need to go to that specific spot in order to fly off into the sky. That seems a little weird. A little bit arbitrary. Basically at an impasse of when do I think the next save point's gonna be. Because I either press on to the next save point or I go all the way back through all of that to get to the one we were at before. I feel like there's gonna be one after this section though. This is a long enough section to justify one. So I'm gonna press on and hope it works out. Okay. We're just kind of hanging out here. I need to get rid of the fucking spray in order for this one to follow through, don't I? And I can't get rid of the spray from that position, so he's gonna end up resetting. Okay, that's too short. Got it. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get hit out of the air. Yeah, okay. A little weird that you can drink a potion underwater. You'd think that the whole water thing would interfere with that idea. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't go where I want to either. Ah, there's a moving one up there. I just can barely see. Maybe is where the camera originally was. It's a timing game here. Okay. Got it. Yep. Okay, I think I see what I need to do, but it's gonna be a bit of a pain. I reflexively go for the one I can see better. Interesting. Okay, not really sure what to do with that situation. Oh, no, I see what to do, and it's kind of stupid, I think. Now the timing's not going to line up. wants to be a pain. We need to go down here, then to... Ah! I'm so glad I chose to press on and deal with this room, because this room is going to be so much fun! Yeah, because when you're in a bubble, you're safe and you can pass these things. Okay, where the fuck do I go from here, though? And that's why I'm angry with this room right now, because when you're in a bubble, you have only a certain amount of time to do something before the game just kicks you out of the damn thing. And we spawned a couple robots that went up into places above us, but we, of course, can't fucking get to them because of the way this bubble maze is. And then there's the fact that the timing on all this shit's lined up in such a way that it's super narrow. Like, you have to have happened to get into the first bubble on the right timing for everything else to line up nicely. Because for some reason all the rest of the timing is keyed into that. And then there's you missing it by a pixel, so you end up suffering. Hooray! I was enjoying this mechanic until this room. This room makes this mechanic not fun at all. Now, pray tell, where the fuck am I supposed to go from here? Ah, I go up. Okay. Yeah, I should have remembered. When in doubt, go up and over. That's as much on me, though. The game could have made that a little easier to see around in, so you could tell what the fuck to do. Oh, this just looks like so much fun. And by so much fun, I mean this is gonna be kind of awful. Because that's gonna happen. You're just gonna get stuck. Oh, fuck that. We're not dealing with that right now if we don't have to. Oh, fuck you, game! Just hit me from off screen with that, huh? There we go, there's a save point. Okay. Yeah. No, with the way this place is trending... Yeah, no, we're gonna call it at the 3-hour mark between my stomach and the way this area is getting. That's not happening. No. No, 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 no. So I'm gonna need to be able to focus, and an upset stomach is not gonna allow for the kind of focus needed to deal with this place in a tolerable fashion. Oof, awkward timing again, huh?